All right. Hello there. Welcome everyone to today's webinar, WP Engine's Product Roadmap and Recent Releases. My name is Paige. I'm simply here to kick off the webinar, get some logistics out there, and just organize some audience questions as they come in. So before we start today, I'll just start by introducing just a couple housekeeping items. First, just a quick reminder that we are recording this webinar. Within about 24 hours, we'll share it out with all of our registrants via email. Secondly, the chat feature has been disabled for today's webinar. However, we encourage you to send in your questions for our experts today, our product experts, via the Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen. While we likely won't be able to get through all of your questions, please don't be afraid to ask them throughout, and we will cover as many as we can near the end. Now, I would love to get it handed off to our host and moderator for today, Sarah Wells. Sarah, over to you.
Thanks, Paige. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited that you guys are able to join us to hear about all of the incredible product innovations that we have delivered this year, as well as get a sneak peek into our roadmap in 2025. As Paige mentioned, I am the director of our product marketing team, and I am so honored that I get to moderate this incredible panel of experts. So today, you are going to hear from an incredible lineup of our product and engineering leaders innovation page. First, we will kick it off with our incredible Chief Technology Officer, Ramadass. And then we are going to be joined by Luke Patterson, Haidee McMahon, Jason Konen, Jeremy Pollock, and Peter Mocko to talk through all of the various elements that we have been delivering this year to really ensure that we are delivering the best we can for our customers. So with that, I am going to pass it over to Ramadass to talk through our product strategy.
Thank you, Sarah. Hi, and welcome, everyone. So excited to have you all here today. I am Ramadass Prabhakar, and I have the privilege of leading the wonderful product and engineering teams here at WP Engine. We had set out a 3-year vision for our product strategy, and we are currently in year 3 of its execution. I'm excited for you to hear today how we have delivered against this vision in 4 key areas: providing unmatched performance, creating an intuitive UI and experience to help you complete your tasks faster, enhancing our specialized solutions to give you the edge, and empowering our agencies with workflows and tools to get work done faster. You will hear from our product leadership team about how we have pushed the envelope to provide more insights and tools so your sites can be as performant as possible. You will see better workflows and a more intuitive UI so you can get the most out of our products. New features and capabilities on our e-commerce offering that makes it easier to improve site performance, make it easier for consumers to find the products they want, enabling you to sell more and faster. We have some exciting AI innovations to share, and some new enhancements to our headless product that provide more granular control and visibility. And finally, how we are enabling our agency customers to more efficiently manage their clients and internal teams by providing and improving collaboration and experimentation with the clients. That's the holiday season, so we have a bonus, and we'll give you some sneak peeks into what we have in flight and how you can get your hands on them early. With that, I hand it over back to Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramadass. I'm really, really excited that we get to dig in. So first, we are going to talk about those performance innovations. So that less from me and more from about our products. I'm going to hand it over to Peter Mocko to talk about all the incredible work his teams and product and engineering have been doing around performance. Peter.
Thank you, Sarah. Hello. I'm Piotr Mocko, product manager based in Poland, and I'm in this product journey with WP Engine for more than 5 years, having the pleasure of watching how WP Engine user portal has changed into a unified product and a cohesive set of tools, powering the freedom to create and manage sites. And let's start with caching first. Like, who wouldn't like to have fast loading sites? Definitely, I would like to have. And one of the critical steps to have a fast site is to turn on caching, which can be easily done in WP Engine user portal. To take it to the next level, when your site has traffic from around the world and you already using our advanced networking, you can opt in for Edge full page caching. We launched it on September 3rd, and now we have more than 17,500 domains using this service. Advanced network and global edge security users already have all their static files cached in Cloudflare Global CDN network, and Edge full page cache enhance website performance further by also caching HTML content, as well making web pages load even faster. WP Engine has a number of default exclusions in place to ensure that common WordPress features such as WooCommerce work as you'd expect when Edge full page cache is enabled. But our solution also respects custom cache exclusions if you have additional content that needs it. Another thing is object cache that improves database performance by caching the most common queries. And WP Engine recently upgraded our object cache feature to make it even more performant and compatible with even more of our customers' websites. Innovation. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Yeah. Okay, so we talk already about caching, but we can't forget about front-end side optimizations. And with the help comes PageSpeed Boost, the service for optimizing assets like images, CSS, JavaScript, fonts, and HTML. More about the product, you can read on our website or watch one of our previous webinars. With one of the recent releases, you can fine-tune PageSpeed Boost by going to the settings page from PageSpeed Boost page in the user portal. And this allows you to decide on specific optimizations, whether to turn them on or off or to adjust. As we know, not every page on a website can be fully optimized, and sometimes we may need to exclude the page or a certain resource on it. Innovation. Okay, when we get the perfect level of our site optimization, then it's the time to maintain that level of performance. And PageSpeed Boost customers can turn on performance monitoring of the Lighthouse scores. You can decide which scores you want to be monitored, performance, SEO, best practices, and accessibility. You can either be alerted based on the score drop by the given amount of points, or below the threshold, below the level, or in both cases. Yeah, and in addition, in the notification center, you can choose how you want to be notified, whether through a notification in the user portal, maybe Slack, or via email. Innovation. And what's next? What to do when you receive an alert about the score drop. PageSpeed Boost customers, when they navigate in the user portal to Performance Insights page, on the Lighthouse score chart, they will see the Show Events checkbox. When selected, it displays additional dots indicating events that happen on the site. This way, you can easily figure out what might have been the root cause of the score drop, whether it was a plugin update or maybe a DNS change. And more about Performance Insights page, you can hear again in one of our previous webinars, and definitely this webinar is not the last one about this topic. You can expect more insights, insightful data to show up on this page in the future. And with that note, I will hand it over back to Sarah.
Thank you so much, Peter. And for those, if anybody have questions, please remember to use the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. So as Peter just demonstrated, there was a lot in there around dashboards, new insights, and incredible things that have been done specifically around performance. But that's not where all of our innovations have stopped. We have done a lot throughout the user portal on usability improvemements for better workflows and improved interfaces. Innovation. One of our most long-standing requested items was having dark mode enabled for our user portal. This is now available for WP Engine customers. Dark mode really helps improve the user experience related to eye strain, so perfect for all of y'all who are in there working long hours looking at a screen. Innovation. One of the other areas we've really looked at usability and improving workflows is around SSL management. There has been a comprehensive UI and workflow updates for managing your SSL certificates. So things like ensuring you don't inadvertently create conflicting certificates when you're managing your SSLs. More advanced workflows to easily manage secure URLs. And really looking for ways to reduce friction around your core workflows so that you can be assured that your site, your management, and security are always up to date. Innovation. One of the other kind of major big things that we've delivered this year from a UI and usability workflow is around managed migrations. We now have more options, better tracking and usability of our migration offerings within the user portal. So we've improved our automated migration plugin flow with the step-by-step guide, including work with the site WP Engine site migration plugin. And then we've actually also added a managed migration services. We talked about this earlier if you attended our product innovation webinar earlier this year, but we've actually built upon this service and it's now fully accessible within the user portal. So you can submit, request, and track a managed migration service if you're one of our qualifying customers on one of the plans that have this available to you. So incredible work done here around usability, workflows, accessibility, and a lot more to come here. So very excited and impressed with and thankful for all of the feedback that our customers have given us of how we can help reduce those friction points so that they can do their jobs better. Innovation. Now, speaking of jobs to be done, our specialized solutions, I'm going to hand it over to Haidee to kick us off to talk about all new functionality and tools and products to help e-commerce stores.
Thanks, Sarah, and hello to everyone online. Greetings from Ireland. I'm Haidee McMahon. I'm VP of Product for our Specialized Products domain. Our mission in Specialized Products is to empower agency and brand developers building e-commerce media and present websites with innovative tools and advanced functionality. So this year, we've made really great progress in delivering solutions that boost e-commerce performance, streamlines headless workflows, and integrates AI-driven capabilities. Before handing it over to Luke to discuss AI and Jason to dive into the headless advancements, I'll start by highlighting what we've accomplished in e-commerce. Innovation. So in e-commerce, we started the year strong with the launch of Slow Query Monitor, a powerful tool designed to help developers identify and optimize problematic SQL queries to boost site performance. It highlights which plugins, themes, and queries are taking the longest to run, giving developers actionable insights to address performance bottlenecks. Moreover, unlike a traditional plugin, it runs seamlessly in the background with zero impact on your site's speed or performance. More recently, we introduced our AI Smart Search, a game-changing feature that makes finding products faster and smarter, and Luke will cover this in more detail shortly. And just today, very exciting, we launched Dynamic Plugin Loading, our latest innovation designed to help improve site efficiency and flexibility. We are particularly excited about this new feature as I'll dive into the details on the next slide. These new additions complement our already robust suite of performance tools, including optimized caching, page speed boost, and edge full page caching that Peter just spoke about, creating a compelling performance toolkit for all our developers. Innovation. Okay, so let's dive into Dynamic Plugin Loading, our newest feature designed to optimize e-commerce performance. Again, it has just launched today, so this is new information just out. So on average, WooCommerce sites run 30 to 50 active plugins to expand functionality, integrate services, and enhance the shopping experience. That's more than twice the number of plugins on a typical WordPress site. The challenge, of course, is WordPress loads all those plugins on every page, even when they're not needed. In our lab test, this approach led to page speed scores dropping by as much as 40%, all because of plugins running unnecessarily. Dynamic plugin loading solves this by giving store owners and developers control over which plugins load on each page. The result? Faster, more efficient sites and a better shopping experience. So here's why it's a game changer. Faster sites equals higher conversions. Every second saved boosts customer retention and sales. Reduced server load. Fewer plugins loading means less strain on your server. And custom control. Tailor your plugin behavior for specific pages to maximize speed and compatibility. And it's easy to use. For new sites, dynamic plugin loading is enabled by default in the e-commerce suite. For existing stores, you just have to toggle it on and off in your WP Engine portal. It comes pre-configured to disable unnecessary plugins on non-e-commerce pages. You can also customize these settings in the Rule Manager to fit your store's unique needs. And to ensure everything works as expected, use the built-in test tool to preview changes before they go live. And for ongoing success, regularly check and review your core web vitals and refine your rules to keep your site running at its best. So dynamic plugin loading directly impacts key Google page speed metrics. File sizes, it has leaner pages, meaning faster load times. The time to first byte, or TTFB, it has quicker response times, creating a great first impressions. And latency, smoother performance leads to a better user experience. So this feature is now included in the WP Engine e-commerce suite, which giving you all the tools to improve your site speed, evaluate shopper experiences, and drive conversions. Let's move now on to the next slide for a quick walkthrough of this feature set, and then after that, we'll hand over to Luke to talk about all the details.
All right. Hey, y'all. Luke Patterson here, and I'm the product manager for our AI tools. First among them, WP Engine Smart Search, which we are now very excited to launch an e-commerce integration for. And so here's a demo of that product. You can see that we have an e-commerce store here with all of the content and custom field and taxonomy data that you'll need. So you can see we have these fields here, product description, price, inventory, attributes. One of those attributes is color. That'll come into play later. And so with this new product, you can index all of your commerce data for search right out of the box, no custom code required. And so you'll see that we have some search options here, default search as well as our AI search options. Let's start with default. So we'll run a nice easy search here for headset, and there it is. You see headset in the title. It's doing a keyword match with the search, and you can click into the product page there. Let's try something a little bit more difficult, a little more abstract, homeware. Okay, no results here. Probably homeware doesn't appear anywhere in the title or description, so it can't match those keywords. Let's go back and try something a little easier. Coffee. Aha. We see coffee in the title. It's doing a simple keyword match. We can also do things like a compound search. Here we see towels, coffee, kind of all in this basic search scenario. Let's turn on the AI-powered search. So this is hybrid search. What is hybrid search? That means we're going to be combining the results from the full text search that you just saw with a semantic search. And what a semantic search does is it's going to take your WordPress data, and behind the scenes, we're going to run it through a machine learning pipeline. And what that does is it's going to result in what's called a vector database. And the vector database is the thing that's going to return natural language search results. So it's going to deliver a more Google or GPT-like experience. And again, we're going to zipper up those result sets with that default search to kind of give you the best of both worlds there. And so we're going to need to select the field that we want to run that semantic search on. We're going to choose post content. There's a lot of words in there, and so it's very semantically rich. And you can weigh, hey, how much full text, how much semantic. It's just a way for you to kind of fine tune the results for your customers' needs, for your website's needs. We're going to save that configuration. And then with the simple click of a button, we're going to run that machine learning on all of your data. And this is all happening behind the scenes, no code required. And this is going to, in real time, make that AI search available to your website. So we can click right back onto the website and run that semantic search. So we're going to run that same homeware search. And look at that. Now our search is understanding, hey, here's the products that are kinds of homeware. And so this is a much more intelligent search than you're getting with basic keyword matching. And again, it's really going to be table stakes for a modern search experience. Not easy to do. It's not easy to do with WordPress. We also offer some other search functionality. Again, kind of table stakes for e-commerce. We want to be able to filter results. Remember color. We can filter by price. You can do all the kind of fasting that you want for e-commerce. Again, those that know search, those that know WordPress can appreciate how difficult this is to do. Let's try a harder search outside. Okay, here's a bunch of goods that work for outside that you need outside. And the word outside doesn't appear in any of these titles and any of this content, but we understand semantically what does outside mean? What products do we need to display? Let's do a tougher one. On the go. Look at that. We got some portable stuff. We got some cordless stuff. All things that you're going to need for on the go. All right, now let's go crazy here. Something for drinks. High-powered blender for my margarita. Outdoor patio dining set. A place to set my margarita upon. All right, so these are things that this is the way that folks search nowadays. And the importance of search is that these are your highest intent users. If they're on your website searching, it's because they want something. And if they want something, it is imperative that you're going to put it in front of them so that they can convert. Bad search experience means they're going to bounce out and they're never going to come back. Search means your visitors find the thing they're looking for fast and that they convert. And I know I sound a little bit like a QVC sales guy right now, but y'all just saw this demo. This is in production. It actually is as easy as it looks. So we really want you to try this out. And if you do, and it's not as easy as it looks, the good news is that you can get me on a Zoom as a customer of WP Engine and say, hey, look, this thing, it needs X, Y, Z. And that's fantastic. We're going to help you make your search experience and your e-commerce experience exactly what you need it to be. So talk to your rep, go on our website. We want you to try this product out. We're really excited about it and we're really proud of it. And thank you all very, very much. So innovation, I'm passing it off to my colleague, friend, and mentor, Jason Konen.
Thanks, Luke. I'm wondering, does Smart Search also make julienne fries?
I don't know if it's that smart yet.
Yeah, it's not that smart yet. All right. Hi, I'm Jason Konen. I'm the head of Headless here at WP Engine. And I want to talk about some of the great stuff the Headless teams have brought to market this year. First and foremost, this is incremental static regeneration. What the heck does that mean? Well, it's really about the freshness of your content. When you're building a JavaScript-based headless front end, you're going to need to rebuild your site when content changes. And what ISR from Next.js does is allows you to create these updates on demand when you need them, rather than having to regenerate the entire site. And this is really important when you're in a content-heavy, update-heavy type environment, particularly in media and newsrooms, where getting your content out as fast as possible and around the world and cached at the edge is the key. You need to be a first mover in getting that content out and updated. So if you're building with Next.js, you're able to take advantage of this capability now on your headless website. We'll do innovation. Related to this, we had to build a library to allow for this cache purging to power that feature that I just talked about. And we decided that we were going to take that and genericize it and also make that available as a framework agnostic NPM package. And this will allow those of you who are not using Next.js or have some very custom use cases to have that fine-tuned control over when your cache is purged, when your sites need to be updated and regenerated. So this is also out there and live today. Innovation. And lastly, we hear a lot about needing more information about what is happening with my site, what is going on. And when you're trying to debug and troubleshoot and all of that, what's inside the black box? So we're continually committed to opening up that black box. So we've improved our runtime logs and provided that today in Portal. You can go and see a wide range of information about what's happening on your Node.js application during the execution and see what's happening real time with the front end of your website. And this is really powerful. And we also want your feedback on this so that we can continue improving and opening up that black box to you so that you can do your own troubleshooting and fine tune your website. And with that, I'll innovation back to Sarah.
Thank you so much, Jason and Haidee and Luke. As y'all have seen, our specialized solution teams, regardless of the site you're building, if you're building monolithic or headless, an e-commerce shop, a media shop, or if you're doing something else, we are really digging in to ensure that the jobs to be done by your teams and for your sites are easiest here and help you to push your envelope and your growth forward. And now to think more about all of those things and who's building websites is our agencies. Our agency customers, our agency clients are building incredible things for their clients. And to speak more about some of the improvements and product features and functionalities we're doing here is Jeremy Pollock.
Hello, everyone. So happy to be here today talking to you and sharing a little bit more about what we've been doing for our agency customers specifically. My name is Jeremy Pollock. I'm VP of Product here at WP Engine. I'm focused on our products and tools that help our customers, including agencies, build better WordPress sites. Digging into it, first area of innovation, thinking about the agency problem of how do they build faster? How do they ideate faster and more efficiently? Agencies that we've been talking to over the years really have wanted a more efficient and cost-effective way to do their own research and development. Think testing a new plugin idea, as well as having a better way to collaborate with potential clients before they bring them on board their business. To meet that need, we built something called developer sandboxes. They're a new site type geared for this purpose. A lightweight, intended to be ephemeral, take a site, start it with a single click, and even easier to convert it to a full site as you have a need to move it into production. Also comes with integration with local. So if you're building local and just want to simply have a way to test out there in the cloud very quickly and cheaply, then that's a great way to do it with a sandbox. So you're not consuming a paid for site license. But there's more innovation that I want to talk about. Agencies, as they build sites, typically end up having many, many accounts. We sometimes think of them as their servers, the different hosting environments that they're running their sites on. And sometimes agencies also need to be collaborators with client sites, client accounts that the client themselves own fully. It isn't rare in that environment for an agency developer, for example, to step into the WP Engine portal and have to navigate amongst hundreds of accounts. Think about, how do I find the site that I need to work on at this particular moment in time? In order to make it easier to navigate across all these accounts that potentially might exist at a particular agency, we've improved a simple little feature, the account switcher. We've made it more compact. We've added color hints so you can, at a glance, hone in on the account that you want to dig into. And of course, make it easy to search for the accounts, especially if you have hundreds of accounts that you're dealing with. All intended to make it a bit easier for getting to where you need to be to manage your client sites. Innovation comes in many forms, of course. It's not always just UI. There's also underlying processes and systems that we can improve. So I'll go to the next slide and talk a little bit about innovations that we made and how agencies move sites to where they need to be and wherever account they need to be. So again, I mentioned that agencies are typically managing hundreds of sites across their client base. You want to optimize for cost, you want to optimize performance and customer experience. At the end of the day, our agencies want to be focusing on the unique value that they provide to their clients. They don't be worrying about which account does this site need to belong to. They don't want to spend unnecessary time on migrations, waiting for WP Engine support for assistance, or just taking unnecessary steps for doing basic account-to-account moves. I own these two accounts. Why can't I just quickly move my sites between them? All of this toil and friction can cut into the margin of an agency business. So we've been hard at work at trying to minimize this toil. We've added a new managed migration service for those agencies wanting a more white-gloved experience for moving many, many sites onto the platform. And we've also simplified the transfer of existing sites to whatever account they need to be in, whether for rebalancing or simply more efficient, effective client management. All this is self-serve, in your control, in the portal. Pretty good innovation, I think, for agencies. But now let's talk about what's out there in the future for WP Engine.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. And I'm actually going to be passing it back, excuse me, to Ramadass to talk through our looking ahead. But before I do, just a quick reminder, we are going to have times for live Q&A. Submit questions below, and we will get to that shortly. But now, the exciting part of looking into 2025 and what's to come. Ramadass.
Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, team. I hope you all are as excited about the innovations that we have unlocked so far, and as I am, and hope you can take the advantage of some of these capabilities that we have brought forward in here. We've come a long way, but we're not done yet. As we look at 2025, there's still a lot more that the teams are working on, but there are a few exciting things that I wanted to highlight before we hop onto the Q&A. You will see more performance insights and dashboards within the user portal that we will enable that will enable you to get the most out of the sites. We'll be unlocking more optimizations and customizations with page speed boost. And within e-commerce, we're going to be unlocking more performance capabilities, but also looking at solutions to simplify your store workflow. When we look at headless, we have seen that the headless platform has been leveraged successfully for complex media use cases. We'll be looking to add more capabilities targeted at streamlining these workflows. For our agencies, in addition to more tooling, we are looking to help with workflows, including reporting and insights for the sites that they manage. And finally, we know that a lot of our customers are exploring and experimenting with AI. But there are still barriers to launching them into production. And we have some exciting concepts at work here. And I know we all enjoyed what Luke shared yesterday. And so I'm going to bring him back here to share some more of what we are working on and share with you how you can engage with that. So Luke, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much, Ramadass. I'm back. So we've got some exciting new beta products that we want to talk you through today. First off is our recommendations tool. So what we're building here is a tool that makes smart content and commerce recommendations based off the visitor behavior on your website. So what you're seeing here is we got a movie website. And so let's take a look at some of our titles here. And you can see, hey, we're manually refreshing this to kind of say, hey, flight attendant, it's getting a lot of hits here. And so we're simulating a movie or some piece of content on your site that's getting a lot of traffic. And so let's click over to trending posts and you can see, hey, there it is right up top. And so for this, we're still in kind of our early stages of using smart data and our AI models to generate really intelligent content and commerce recommendations for your customer. If this is something that you're interested in, if this is something that you use today, reach out to us. We would love to be your design partners in turning this into a product that works exactly as you and your visitors need it to. Innovation. Okie dokie. So the next exciting beta product is going to take a little bit more explanation. So basically what we're doing is we're taking the infrastructure that we use to build our own AI products, search and recommendations, and we are making it available to WP Engine customers to build their own AI apps for WordPress. So the architectural paradigm for building AI apps in this way is called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. And a key component of this architecture is your vector database, which you remember we talked about in search a little bit. So that's all your WordPress data that we run through our machine learning pipeline automatically, no code required, and make it available in a HA real-time vector database via API for you. So now you can use your WordPress data to build AI applications without having to worry about the data extraction or the vectorization or the vector hosting or how do I get updates into real time or anything like that. It's just a simple API for you to integrate with your WordPress data. Innovation. So the most popular AI application right now is a chatbot. So of course, we want to give you a chatbot for free if you're using our vector database as a service. So we have that chatbot code base open sourced, available to the public. And here's an example of what you can build with it on top of our vector database infrastructure. So I've brought my movie website back up here, and you can see that chatbot is interacting with the data from my WordPress site. So this is stuff that ChatGPT, other LLMs, they're not going to be trained on. It's information that is specific to my WordPress site that is now available for users to interact with via chatbot in that RAG-based architecture. So I'm making a new post right now about a movie called Fine Law. One of my devs made this video, so of course the key star here, Luke Patterson. Now I'm going to publish this, and in real time, you're going to see that where the chatbot could not answer a question about something called Fine Law, now I'm going to interrogate my WordPress data, and look at that. Real time, my website's going to be able to answer a visitor's question about what's going on with the data on my site. So we are especially excited about this product because we want to know what kind of AI applications you're building for WordPress. And if you are, we want to make it really, really easy for you. And so my pitch to you is if you are building AI apps for WordPress, and you should be, come and build them at WP Engine. Again, we want to be your design partners here, and we've got something that we think is going to make that experience really easy for you so that you're going to be able to get these applications out for your own visitors. So once again, get in touch with us. We would love to have you start to kick the tires on these products and really kind of be co-creators in bringing these products into market, into GA. So thanks once again, and really hope to hear from y'all.
Thanks, Luke. So as Luke mentioned, those two products he just demoed are in beta. They will be hitting the market for general availability in 2025. But we have other betas that you can join. We're also looking at exploring failover solutions, and we're always looking and innovating across all our product lines, as Ramadass mentioned. So please hit us up if you would like to be part of the feedback to craft and build what is most needed for your business within these spaces. We are now going to move into Q&A, innovation. So not only do we have all of our speakers today, we have additional product and engineering leaders here to help answer questions. So I am going to hop over into my handy dandy sheet here and start asking some of these questions live. Okay. One of the big questions, Haidee, this first question is going to be for you. There was a lot of excitement around the dynamic plugin loader feature functionality that was just released. Can you expand a little bit around who is this product for, what plans it is available for, if there's a cost, and a little bit more on those pieces there?
Great. So this at the moment, and I've seen, and thank you very much for all the inquiries on the chat. So this has been launched first on our e-commerce plans, and it's available across shared and premium at no additional cost. It is currently not available on our managed WordPress, but we certainly will take that into consideration going forward. Yeah, and that's, I hope that answers, yeah, it is. It's as simple as that, but we will take on board all the wonderful inquiries and, consider that in our roadmap going forward. So thank you all.
Thanks, Haidee. Jeremy, this one's going to be for you. Sandbox sites seem really interesting for the purpose that you've described, but can already exclude folders. Can they be linked to an existing environment? There's some customers on here who might want to start attaching them to projects they already have in flight.
Today, sandboxes are not directly related to an environment. So before sandbox sites, we had just normal sites here at WP Engine, and each site could have up to 3 environments: production, staging, and dev, which fits more of a traditional workflow that you want to have a process around. Dev sandboxes were much more intended to be kind of the lightweight, could eventually find its way to being converted to a production site, if so desired, or simply thrown away if no longer needed as part of the process. Keen to get feedback from our customers if there's a need to kind of have a more formal relationship between a sandbox site and something in production, dev, or staging. Certainly happy to explore those needs. Looking forward to more conversations around that type of thing.
Amazing. I'm very excited for all the stuff that y'all have planned for Sandbox and these workflows of experimentation coming, and already seeing the impact with just this first phase of it. Luke Patterson, calling you in here. Lots of excitement around both the Smart Search AI and the demo you did there, and around the chatbot feature functionality. A few questions. The first one around Smart Search AI is, while the demo was on an e-commerce store, is it only for e-commerce features? And then also, it looks like it does have those filtering options. Are there more native alternative to is this a more native alternative to something like Facet WP? Like what is this pulling in or replacing for people who might already have search workflows?
Yeah, great question. So I'll start with the second one. This is a native facet replacement. And so you would use this Smart Search faceting instead of a tool like Facet WP. And so we're really going to try and bring an all-in-one experience to search so that you don't have to piece together a bunch of tools. Also, there can be performance issues with a lot of search and faceting plugins because they're all going to be doing filters and aggregations from the WordPress database. Our tool, it's a lot faster because we offload those indexing and faceting operations to a specialized search server. And so you're talking about milliseconds instead of seconds, especially if you have a large WordPress database. And a happy answer to the question about the e-commerce functionality, yes, this product is available to non-e-commerce plans. So Smart Search AI, you can use this with headless, you can use this with managed WordPress, you can use this with e-commerce. The only functionality that's going to be exclusive to our e-commerce plans is that store integration. But right, if you're doing e-commerce, you're doing a store, you're going to be on our e-commerce plans anyway. And so yeah, we're very happy to say that yes, you can get Smart Search on any kind of website that you have.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Luke. Okay, here's another really good question around performance and insights and notifications. So Peter, are there features that automatically notify clients when their sites slow down or they run into issues? Not just the dashboards, but actually have that notification piece built in.
Yes, so PageSpeed Boost customers can navigate into PageSpeed Boost page in the user portal, and they can turn on Lighthouse monitoring. So this allows you to monitor whether what's your score, performance score, SEO, accessibility, and best practices. So that's what's currently available, but like, yeah, we are exploring and expanding that insightful data tomorrow.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And if anybody needs help navigating to any of those things in the user portal, our support documentation and our support team is ready to stand by to help answer to kind of navigate to these new features and functionality. Sorry, there's so many questions. Keep them coming in, y'all. Sorry. There was one that I wanted to ask, and I've now lost it for headless. So Alana and Jason Konen, the caching NPM package on the site host, is that only for WP Engine, or can people using and hosting their site elsewhere use those feature functionalities that we described?
Yeah, so the NPM package is designed specifically to work with our caching layer, so it would not work outside of the WP Engine systems.
Thank you so much. I'm scrolling here. Product managers, if you all have seen something that I have not one that you would like to answer live, please come off mute. I'm scrolling through the 70+ questions. Keep them coming in, y'all, as we do this. Okay, it looks like there is a question around recommendations. Does the recommendation work as an analytic replacement or the things on those places there? Luke, this is about the AI recommendations.
Yeah, not as a replacement. And so I'd view it in its present state kind of as more as a complement. So we'll be using some of that data to improve recommendations, but not as a replacement for an analytics tool. But again, I mean, this is great feedback that we want as part of that beta. So what are the things that you need out of a tool like this? What are the obvious complements to it? That's the exact kind of stuff that we would love. So once again, reach out, join the beta, and we'd love more feedback just like this.
I'm going to keep you on, Luke, while you're pinned here. One more question around the chatbot and where and how it's pulling. So if a customer has multiple sites, when they're building these things out and playing with it now in the beta program, is it pulling from one site? Can it pull from multiple sites? How is that worked out, or is it not worked out yet?
Yeah, so this question, asker, your check should clear immediately. So yes, thank you for asking this one. Yes, you can pull from as many data sources as you want. Those data sources don't even have to be WordPress based. So you can use our API to index data from multi-sites, multiple WordPress sites, or any other sort of third-party data. It just goes into the index, and you can search the fields in those index any way that you like. You can put data into that index any way that you like, and you can run vectorization and AI on that data any way you like. So the index is just a database full of data, and you can bring it in from wherever you like And what a search tool does is it transforms that data in a certain way, right? So you'll be able to interrogate some arbitrary data set using various sets of tools. AI tools like a vector database or your just basic kind of keyword search. So we have an API for all of these tools that I mentioned that's quite robust. And so you can do a lot of this stuff with one click, but if you want to get really advanced, you can use our AI to kind of go wild on this stuff as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Luke. Jeremy Pollock, I think this one's going to be for you. There were some questions in there around account level reporting and some of the things that we are looking at from an agency workflow, specifically for customers who are managing multiple sites or multiple accounts. Can you give any guidance on what exists today, some innovations or things that you guys are thinking about going into 25?
Yeah, I'll focus on, and great question. Reporting is super important generally for our customers and our agency clients as well. And certainly in a world where we have many accounts, it becomes really challenging to get at the data that you need to make decisions. Cross-account data views are things that is an area that we're exploring and pushing into in 2025. I added a comment in the Q&A chat around that. So we're investing more and more into the agency problem of just making agencies who, again, are managing many accounts, many sites, to make their processes, their workflows that much more efficient. And it's not just about, clicking a button to make a change to a site, but also it's to get more efficient access to the data that they need to make decisions across all the sites, all the accounts that they manage. So it's a 2025 investment area. Reporting and data is going to be a big push for WP Engine in the agency space, and happy to engage with customers out there to get their input, their desires fully heard, so you build a right solution for the market.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. And as Jeremy mentioned, we want to build the right solutions for you. So again, reach out, engage with us on all of these different surface areas, join a beta program, provide the feedback. We have a CANI, we have UX research opportunities. So there's a lot there, and we'll go into more on that a little bit. Hold on. I think we have answered the majority of questions, but it looks like there's a few more coming through. If we have time for maybe one or two more, if y'all want to drop anything else in. Sorry, y'all. Want to make sure I'm getting the right ones. Okay. This is around clearing cache. We have those pieces there. Anybody else seeing anything that I have not gotten to on our panel? Sorry, lot in here. Well, question around documentation. Has the documentation release for the vector database API been released yet? So this one here for Luke, for you.
Indeed it has, and I pasted it in the Q&A, and I will paste it in our chat right now.
Amazing. Ooh, this one on page cache. Does page caches have a cache warning on refresh? I think we might have a special guest appearance on this one, or with Rick Love, our incredible product manager.
Yeah, I think I slightly misanswered your question. The page cache is it's within Varnish. So as soon as a user hits it, so there isn't a warming, but as soon as a user hits it, it's cached and held. And then the CDNs are updated separately because they're regional. So it gets kind of messy, but the short answer is there isn't a cache warming, but it does recache quite quickly.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Rick. Okay, let's see. This one's around someone's blurred. Questions about the webinar and the deck. Yes, a lot of questions coming in. We will have this recording and the deck shared out with everybody in there too. Oh, Peter, this one's going to be for you. Will Lighthouse reports be available for e-commerce and non-e-commerce websites?
So like in general, the performance insights page is available for any customer. So it's not only for e-commerce, non-e-commerce. So anyone who goes into user portal in their single site environment and then navigate into performance insights page, you will see the chart with your performance, SEO, best practices, and accessibility score. However, the monitoring part where you get notifications for that, that's part of the page speed boost, which is also available for e-commerce customers.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Peter. Okay, I think that is the last question that we have time for today. If we did not answer your question, we will be following up with y'all. Thank you so much for submitting them. Again, we mentioned a few times, join a beta program. We have our blog post where all of these major releases we announce and we publish there. You can subscribe to get those an email weekly. We do have an incredible UX research team that does great data research gathering during discovery, as well as product value validation, and in partnership with our product and engineering team. So see the email for the follow-up link to join those things, and then talk with our sales team or hop into the user portal and chat with support. All of these things are there. We are here to help and partner to ensure that you are growing and succeeding in your businesses. With that, I will say innovation and roll the credits for all of the things that we have released in 2024. This is not the full list. This is the highlight reel. This is not even all of it, but you can see there is a lot. There's a lot our product and engineering teams are doing because we are dedicated to supporting you and your businesses. So thank you for your time today. Really appreciate the panelists for coming and speaking and highlighting all of the work their teams have done. Thank you all.